Almost 2 out of 3 buyers right now are sitting on the sidelines waiting for mortgage rates to drop before they buy. Here's the problem. Rates already dropped earlier this year, and the people who waited did not get any better deal. They actually got beat. Now rates are moving again. So if you're trying to buy or sell in Silicon Valley, the next few weeks matter more than you may think. Here's what almost everyone believes right now. Wait for rates to come down, then buy. Be patient, sit tight, and you'll get a better price. It sounds smart, but it's actually backwards because the lowest rates we saw this year did not bring lower prices. They brought a flood of buyers almost overnight. And the moment that happens again, the deal you could get today is gone. I sell in this county every single week, and I watched this exact thing play out a few months ago. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 4 things. Why this is happening right now, what mortgage rates are actually doing behind the headlines, what the numbers here in Santa Clara County look like today, and then exactly what to do about it. Whether you're buying or selling, stick with me because the last part is where most people get it wrong. So let me start with what I saw with my own eyes. Earlier this year, for about 2 weeks, the 30-year rate dipped to right around 6%, maybe just under. That's the lowest it's been since 2022, and it was not some massive drop. It was small, but the second it happened, my open houses went from steady to packed. Buyers who had been quiet for months were suddenly out in force, writing offers and competing again. That right there is the part most people miss. It did not take a 3% rate to wake up this market. It took a tiny dip. So when a buyer tells me they're going to wait for rates to fall before they jump in, I tell them the truth. You're not waiting for a better deal. You're waiting for the exact moment your deal disappears. Because the lower the rates go, the more buyers come rushing back. And then the more you end up competing against every single person who sat on the sidelines next to you. But that raises the real question. Are rates about to do that again? Because if they are, the clock on this window is already running. So let me explain why rates are where they are, because it tells you where they are headed. Earlier this year, a conflict overseas pushed oil prices up. And here's the chain. When oil prices go up, inflation goes up. When inflation goes up, mortgage rates follow and rise. That is what dragged us from around 6% back into the mid 6s. Now here's where that just changed. Oil has come back down, under $70 a barrel. And when oil eases, the pressure on inflation eases with it, which pulls rates back down. I'm not going to promise you a specific number because nobody honestly can. Rates also hang on what the Fed does in the next inflation report. But the direction is a thing to watch, not the daily number. The exact force that pushed rates up is now starting to reverse. And if it keeps reversing, we are headed back towards that level that packed my open houses a few months ago. Which means the window you have right now is not a permanent one. It's a moment. Please make sure you like and subscribe. That really helps me out and does me a huge favor. If you're a buyer in this market, I have an amazing buyer's guide that helps walk you through every step of the process and gives you some powerful information that will help give you the advantage. So please scan this QR code here. That will get you to a form so I can send that to you. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, now let me bust the single biggest myth I hear because this one is quietly costing people a lot of money. The biggest myth I hear is buyers waiting for rates to get back to 3%. And I get it. We all remember those rates. But here's the truth almost nobody tells you. Since 1971, the average 30-year mortgage rate is about 7.7%. Right now, we're around 6.5%. We are already below the historical average. Those 3% rates from a few years back were not normal. They were a once-in-a-lifetime emergency move during the pandemic, and the all-time low was 2.65%. That is not coming back, and waiting for it is a plan with no finish line. Now here's the number that actually matters. Since the year 2000, the average has been right around 5%. So a realistic place for rates to settle is the high 5s, not the 3s. And that is exactly why the smartest move in this market has a name. Marry the house, date the rate. You buy the home now at today's price while you still have room to negotiate. Then if rates drift down towards that 5%, you refinance into a lower payment. The rate you can fix later. The price you cannot. Overpay because you waited for everyone else to come back into the market, and there's no refinance on earth that can fix that. So that is the rate side. Now let me show you what's actually happening on the ground here in Santa Clara County, because these numbers are not what most people expect. For years, buying a home here meant the same brutal routine. 5 offers on every house, waive every single contingency, pay way over asking, and just hope. That is what we're all used to. Right now, that script is flipping. We have around 1,000 homes for sale in the county, the most we've seen in years. Price cuts have jumped to about a quarter of all listings on the market. A few months ago, that number was close to 17%. The share of homes selling over asking has dropped from about 74% down to around 64%. And the average home is sitting on the market longer than it was. For a buyer, that is a completely different world. You get room to negotiate. You get time to actually think instead of just firing off a panic offer in 20 minutes. You can even ask for contingencies again. In the Bay Area, that almost never happens. But I have to be straight with you, because this is a split market. The turnkey homes in the strongest, most convenient locations are still moving extremely fast, still pulling multiple offers. The softening is the average home, the one that needs some work or sits in a less convenient spot. So this is not everything is suddenly cheap. This is, for the first time in a while, you actually have some leverage as long as you know which homes to go after and how to write the offer. Picture 2 similar homes. One is move-in ready in a prime location. The other, it needs a little work a few blocks away. A year ago, you're fighting for both. Today, you can probably negotiate on the second one and actually get the terms you want. So when you put it all together, the rates, the history, and these numbers, here's exactly what I would do right now, whether you are on the buying side or the selling side. If you are a buyer, this is your window. And I mean that literally. The mix you have right now, more homes to choose from, more price cuts, less competition, does not survive a drop in rates. The second rates start to dip back down under 6%, the buyers who sat out start coming flooding back. And you are right back to 5 offers and 0 contingencies. So if you've been waiting, stop waiting for the one thing that takes your advantage away. Go find the deal now. Or finally, get into one of those strong areas you felt priced out of a year ago while you still have room to negotiate. Lock the home in at today's price and refinance later when they fall. When the wave comes back, you're already inside watching your value climb instead of out there competing for it. Now, if you're a seller, do not tune out because this flips the other way for you. A lot of sellers are thinking this might be a bad time to list because rates are up and buyers seem quieter. Look closer. The buyers who are out right now are serious and they are highly qualified. They are not wasting your time. They are writing strong offers. And if rates dip even a little while your home is on the market, you could catch the front edge of that wave, that same surge that packed my open houses earlier this year. The move for you is simple. Price it right and show it well, because the move-in ready homes priced correctly are still the ones pulling multiple offers. Sitting on the sidelines is not the safe play you think it is. So here's the bottom line. Everyone is waiting for rates to drop. Hell, I'm waiting for rates to drop. But rates already dipped once this year, and it did not bring lower prices. It brought the same stampede we've had for years. We are already below the historical average. The 3% days, they are gone. And right now, for a short window, you have more inventory, more price cuts, and less competition than this market normally hands anybody. That is the opening. For buyers, it is a time to negotiate before the wave comes back. For sellers, your buyers are qualified and a rate dip could spark a surge on your home. Either way, the worst move is to freeze and wait for a signal that by the time you finally see it has already taken your advantage with it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some value from it. If you're a seller and you're curious what your home is worth in this market, you can text me right here. Happy to give you an idea of what your home is worth. And if you're a buyer and you're looking to get an advantage, scan this QR code. That will get you my amazing buyer's guide that will help give you the edge in this market. Please make sure you like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next one.